Hello. Am I streaming on the right channel? Oh, okay. Hello myself. Today, I think I'm the only viewer. We're going to be testing, and the music is incredibly loud because I have not streamed on Windows. This is awkward. Let's make it 3. That's much better. Okay, so we have the website. I think I'm the only one watching, according to YouTube statistics. There is one viewer. Oh, hello. Hi. I'm not sure if I have the latest version. Hopefully the music is too loud. So basically I was having issues with Ubuntu, so it took like way too long to set it up. So now I'm on Windows at the minute. Hello srgubby. Okay. Now, I have not pushed the commit. No. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so I need to download. So I didn't commit the changes from last stream for whatever reason. I think I did, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna have to do that now. Okay, so it's fine. Here we go. Let me show you the process. Hello, if you are joining. Here is decline. I don't know how to open a terminal here. So we'll just copy everything. Yeah, we'll just copy everything apart from node modules. That will not work. Let's do desktop. Oh no. Desktop declone. Okay, hello. Declone. This is what happens when you use Windows. API. Now we've just went on to Ubuntu and saved Ubuntu files onto Windows. So what this means is, because node modules isn't built for this, we have to rebuild node modules and then code. Which should open it. So this has the latest version of the code. For some reason it wasn't pushed, but it should be fine now after we've done this. Basically I'm an idiot. And Ubuntu broke for some reason. This is just some random tool I found off the internet. But it does the job, so it's fine. So we save it here. Okay, and eventually things happen. Hello, the chat is dead, I know. I don't think YouTube sent notifications. It's fine. It's not going to be a big stream today. Basically, I was meant to stream at like 5 hours ago. No, 3 hours ago or something. Yeah. So 3 hours ago I was planning to stream, but bad things happened. Hello, Coldberry. I'm making the same right now. Okay. I think we have both the projects here. I think we're good to go. So we can do this. And then this is the real project. And these are the changes I made. Cool. So this is the version before last stream. Or from January the 26th, it's pretty old. Hello if you are joining. Waiting for it to be released. Okay. Creating Discord. Okay. So now, I don't know what this is playing at. Let's just open it in code first. Basically, I had to reinstall the projects. There we go. So, this is the plan before release. It's not done yet. This is the main plan. So we're gonna mainly test at the start. There's some bugs that need to be fixed. Some of these bugs. I'm gonna fix them first before we move on to anything. And then we'll move on to guild icons, manage channels, etc. So first we need to install. I've changed a lot of things. I've made quite a lot of changes. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure if I've streamed testing before, but here are the message create tests. I broke something, I think. Messages, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I was just messing around with indexes. with Mongoose. We're trying to optimize the performance at the minute. So, hello if you are in the chat. Hello, Lenny. Hello, I don't know how to say the name. How do you build the website version or everything? It's ng build prod. There we go. So, let's fix Mongoose population first. And then I'll unmute the mic when I actually need to say something. Okay. Okay. We're still installing. Angular seems to take an extreme amount of time to install. It took 30 minutes using glitch.com to install Angular. That's one reason I moved to Heroku. Okay, that was a complete accident. But Windows isn't usually this slow. I don't know, when I stream, it seems to do this. Here is the old version of dclone. Right. Yeah, this is the really old version of dclone. It had like inbuilt docs, built-in docs. Had a notification sound. And it had usernames, etc. Okay. Let's see if Windows... Oh, finally. Okay, I'll stop hating on Windows. It's just... I think Windows is not on an SSD, and that's why it's slower. Okay. Just my hard drive is very slow. Okay, so we're gonna test channel create. That's what we're gonna do now, and then when this is all up and running, we're gonna fix this. Then we're gonna change the Snowflake system, and then we'll get onto guild icons, etc. That is the plan. So basically, if we test, the program will be able to run a lot more smoothly whatever we test, as it will fix a lot of bugs. So this.env means that when we type npm test, it actually runs this on a separate server on a different environment on port 3001 and on a different database as well. Why do you use Typescript for some things and not just JS? Basically, I use TypeScript for like complex applications. I like defining types as it helps reduce bugs, but for simple applications I'd use JavaScript because it's simpler code, I guess. Okay, I think it will be pretty cool if we mimic the ADAMJR community thing. I don't know why it's called that, but if we make like our own community for dclone, like a public server. So I'm gonna put that as an idea. Also, ADAMJR community, I'm thinking of changing it because I don't like it centered around me. But there we go. The website name, if you mean domain, it is domain d-cl is this. The web server is down because currently there is no web server, but eventually there will be. So it's d-cl.1. How did you learn all of this? Through courses, online courses. Yeah. Okay. It's not released yet. Okay, so now we can actually, so now this is the full website. I don't know why I used last time. I think it was the kitten or cat. I think I used a user called glitched cat. I think I have lost brain cells since last stream, to be honest. We'll just make a new user. Let's do that. Neural pixel. Strategic cat. Okay, what? Okay, I think I didn't generate one properly. Okay, symbols. There we go. Boom. So, it actually randomized our avatar. Dclone is not sending us a message. I think I disabled that. Okay. So, I don't think he does send a message. Okay. There could be a problem with this. Okay, let's try and... So now I'm going to try and make sure that dclone, so dclone is a system bot that should tell the user or welcome the user when they create an account. Okay, there were 2 member usernames. That is a slight problem. Might want to get rid of this. Boom. Will you make badges soon? I believe I did, but we need to make a profile before we make badges. Hopefully I'll put this on here. User profile preview. Will you make badges soon? Oh, I just answered that. Can you just get your password out of the database? No. It's encrypted using passport. I think it's passport.js. Yeah, passport is encrypted in the database. Is this going to be released? That is the plan. Yeah. I don't know when, but once all these tasks are done, we'll be much closer to releasing it. Dealing with Discord, that is a good question. So, currently it's very similar to Discord and not very diversified. Not very diverse. This logo is a bit stretched. Let me fix that. But, yeah, so eventually we're going to make it different from Discord, a lot more different than it currently is. I think my screen resolution's a bit off. But yeah. Neural bandwidth. There we go. So my Ubuntu setup is a bit different to Windows, and there might be some differences from the other streams. So I think it looks too much like Discord. I think I can mix it up a bit. I mean, I kind of copied this straight off Discord. I'd like a more simple version of Discord. That's the plan. But not with all the features. So one major difference is the lack of discriminators. So usernames are unique on dclone. I believe the capitalization matters. So you can have unique capital. So let me do an example like that. Strategic cat in capitals, and under lowercase strategic cat wouldn't really make a difference. I don't know why that didn't trigger this. That is a problem. Okay. Username is not triggering the event. Let me fix that. Are you going to make a alternative for users that can't host it themselves? Yeah, so it's going to be, eventually it's going to be hosted here. And it's going to be the main place for this. The loading thing, do you mean this? How do I get it? So this thing here, the spinner. I don't think I'll make a hosting tutorial. It's more of an open source project where people can contribute than a hosting project. How can we add friends if many users have the same username? The duplicate username is not possible, but basically type the username perfectly in the same case. It's case sensitive. So their username is unique. The username is unique, but the case is also unique as well. So this is what happens when we try and snatch someone's username. It has a yellow message. Maybe we can also put an error message there too. Are there also going to be voice chats? That is the plan. I mean, it wouldn't really be a Discord clone without voice chats. And that is going to be the last thing that is going to be added. That's the plan. And it's the most complex. I think we're going to use WebRTC for it. I was using peer-to-peer, but that leaks IPs. That's what I think Zoom uses as a guess. But it's basically if you have twice as many users, you have twice as many performance problems apparently, because there's twice as many links. No, it's exponential. The links are exponential. Squared amount of links between the users. I mean, it's hard to describe, but in peer-to-peer, all nodes, all clients are linked together, and basically, I don't know what they call it, mesh topology. Let's see. I think this is where all links are together, and when you have loads of them, it gets pretty messy and laggy. And Discord doesn't use that. They use client to server, WebRTC, I believe. And that is a complex topic. So the friend stuff is working. I think decline is a friend, I'm not entirely sure. I can just send messages. Send from request. Let's see. So pending from request, when decline accepts this, they'll be added to the OR state. Let people have the same name but work with tags. I might have nicknames. I might consider nicknames. But I think the username is unique to decline. I think I'm going to stick with this. Okay, I'm going to mute for a bit so I can fix a few problems here. Okay, so deleted users, when we delete a user, this is what happens. Now, what Discord does with messages is they don't actually delete messages. Discord, when you delete a message on Discord, it's still in their database. And it's marked as a tombstone, which is marked for deletion, and it's deleted in 2 days. And that was from 2017. I don't know how many days it is now. So they just mark it as a tombstone to be deleted. and that's what we could do with users, but I don't think we should delete users. So what Discord does, they just have deleted users just hang around. I think we could do that without deleting them. Are you going to add screen sharing in voice channels? Probably not, unless it's easy to do. If it doesn't take too many lines of code, then I'll consider it. But it does use WebRTC, I believe. I think you can screen share with WebRTC. Yeah. So yeah. Probably not though. YouTube tutorials for people to learn this. I think I could explain the features of dclone because although it's similar to Discord, I think I could explain it a bit better. Yeah. Maybe I could make docs for explaining like the dclone features. That would be pretty cool. I think I already have that written down. Okay, docs to explain features, but I'll probably do this offline to be honest, because writing docs is not that exciting. Yeah, and I have been thinking about this one for a while. So the home page, what I was thinking of doing with the home page is like having a stylish way of explaining the features and having like different, let me just explain this, Me6. So how Me6 has all their features explained. I think we could do that, something like that for the home page. Not this, but just these kind of pages here. I think tutorials would be not exactly this. It would take like hundreds of tutorials to make this, but I can explain the features. But learning how to make this is another thing. Like there's many ways to learn how to make this without having to make a Discord clone. You can make an Instagram clone and learn the process. Basically, web development. Okay, I think usernames are case insensitive. I think I was just being dumb. But there we go. Twitter client tutorial. I don't know. It doesn't sound bad. But okay. I think GIFs are possible for profile pictures. I think any image on the web, because we're using any URL that displays an image. Okay, so now ready.ts is actually the most important WebSocket event. It's like the foundation to listen to all these events. So we're going to test this first. We don't have many tests at the minute. We have like 7, I believe. But we're going to test some conditions here and then fix a lot of bugs to make the app a lot more stable. So let's do that. Okay, so the reason why a guild is not creating is I did actually break the website. So after the last stream, I broke the website because I realized whilst watching some Discord tutorials. Hold on. So I changed some things in a few of the models. So I also need to update that in this website, and everything should work smoothly when that's done. So basically, this just is more efficient if we store the ID. If we send the ID to the user instead of the entire user object, basically it just saves HTTP request size. So if we send a larger amount of data, it's gonna take more data, like mobile data, if you were on a mobile, to actually receive that. So we want a smaller request, and we're going to store owner ID instead. Hello, SC Smart Tech. So this is one advantage of TypeScript. If this error was not here, I would not have realized it. And if I was using JavaScript, this error would not appear, because we're using an interface here for message, this message document. So this error would not appear in JavaScript. And that's why I use TypeScript for large applications. It just helps with problems like this. And it might save time fixing type bugs. Switch back to Windows, just for this stream. Basically, OBS was not working because my screen resolution is awkward. It's not 1080p. It's actually 1804 times 1014. I don't know why, but it is. And that seemed to cause problems with OBS on Ubuntu. think we could have like a different default channel name. So I think chat, maybe. Chat as the default channel name. If you have a good idea, and you can leave it in stream chat for the default name. But I think chat. So when we create a guild, the 2 channels that are created. Currently, I haven't fully fixed this yet. But if you have any good ideas, you can leave it in the chat. Lava link is overkill for small Discord bots, but I've done that before. You can also use small libraries for downloading YouTube buffers and buffer streams. YTDL. Basically 2PG music, that's what I've created for 2PG. I don't know how well it works, to be honest. I don't know if it's completely bug free, but it seems to work well with 2PG from what I've seen. Are you going to make channel settings? That is written on the plan. Manage channels and delete channels. Hopefully soon. I use DiskTube. What's that? I think this is similar. Okay. So it uses Opus, FFmpeg, and YTDL. So that's what 2PG uses, 2PG music. Okay, let's finish testing ready. So the default channel names are actually going to be text, chat, and talk. Because it's different to Discord. That's why. There we go. Then we don't need this. Okay, so I've simplified the process for this function when we make a guild. So when I'm back, I'm going to take a break. I'm actually going to test ready. I don't know why I've delayed it for so long. I guess other things have distracted me. So, be right back. 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Thank you if you're currently watching. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Okay, so I'll answer some questions. But first of all, I want to say that I don't really feel like I'm in a stream mood right now, but I can continue streaming if you want. I don't feel in the usual stream mood, basically. But hello, Lodix War. Do you plan to make a GitHub version? It's already at d-clone slash, github.com/d-clone. So, how do you have much less viewers? Because the stream, I don't know, probably to do with, probably when I speak, the viewer count goes down. It's quite funny, actually. So I'll stop speaking now. I'm going to continue streaming so you can see the process of... I want to show the full process, really. That's what this is all about. I can't really be entertaining all the time, especially now, especially this stream, but we're going to stream... We're going to show the process. We're going to stream the process and test ready events. The important parts. So, I'm going to do that. So thank you if you are currently watching. We're going to continue. And sorry for the delay. Hello E. Hello everyone. What Linux system? That was Ubuntu. Yeah, I broke Ubuntu basically, in a way. So what I'm doing now is I'm just testing this ready event, which seems to be taking a while setting it up. You're going to make it say users can send messages in chat. Do you mean upload them? Like upload files? I don't think I'll use it for image hosting, to be fair. Actually no, because I need to host this on my Raspberry Pi, I think. And it doesn't have much storage space. It's probably a dumb reason, but data is used up very quickly. Unless the files are like 1 megabyte max. I don't know. But the plan is to host this on a Raspberry Pi. Hopefully it will manage it. Hello 5Gamer. Okay, so my cat has joined me, and the cat is helping me develop now. I asked my cat for help, and he is here. Uh-oh. Okay. My cat's on my keyboard. My cat's doing that to the mic. Cat, what are you doing? Okay. Yep, I'm going to read out messages. You could use a separate, hold on, Heroku server. I don't think Heroku could handle this, to be honest. Okay, my cat's attacking the mic. Cat, stop. Stop. Is there any way to make your own domain name? I think you can use a... Oh my days. Okay, slight intermission. Okay, seriously, stop. You can have like a domain registrar, namecheap.com, and then you link it to a server IP via DNS, and then the actual server, that's my cat by the way, clicking on the keys. Okay, I can't actually explain this in a minute. Okay, so you'd connect Namecheap, a Namecheap domain, for example, to an IP. And then the IP actually hosts the app, so whatever server you're on hosts the app. Okay. Okay, so my cat actually sabotaged that entire explanation. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we just need to await. Users.create. I can actually explain with the mic if you want. Okay, so we're gonna create a user, and now I've actually set up users here, so we didn't have to do all of this, as this simplifies it. So when we register, we actually create a user here. Username, password. And then rec.body.password. There we go, don't need the token. Bot.dm is the new user. And then the user logs in after that. There we go. Strategic cat. Yeah, let's get an image of a cat. Okay, so yeah. just do this one. Okay, it's a very stretched image of a cat, but it will do. So the username is just test user, the password is just testing123, like that or something. And that's how we create a user. Is it okay to use freenom? I believe that is a valid DNS service for it. Okay, connecting to Glitch is something else. I don't think Glitch actually properly supports that. Heroku does, but you have to verify a credit card, and you can unverify it after you've verified it. But that's what I did with 1pg.xyz. But yeah. Connecting it to Glitch, you'd actually have to do a redirect, I think. I don't think Glitch supports it by default. Okay. So if the user already logged in, then we throw an error. I guess we can throw an error instead of returning. All that throwing an error will do in an invoke function is actually tell the user that they're logged in elsewhere. That's all it will do. Already logged in elsewhere. That will do. I think if we have 2 open, it will say this. And we restart. Oh. Okay. There's a lot of problems. Sorry for not reading chat then. My phone just went off. Amazon Web Services. I think that's what it's called. Or servers or something. I believe that is a valid VPS. Yep. If you're hosting it yourself, you'd have to port forward it to your router, and to access your router it's 168.192.1.1. I'm not going to type that in because I know what it's going to do. But yeah. Yeah, there's an issue here. Author ID. Channel ID. Okay. Yeah. Validate has permission. Could be a bit better. I think we can define the guild for safety. Member.permissions is not a thing. Okay, so how we get that is roles. I think we can get it from here. Welcome back, Alvin. I think to check if a user has a permission, use the AND symbol. There we permission. Okay, that's dumb. Total perms. So it's like we add up all the perms into a number, and then we perform some math on it to see if the permission was added to this number. That's a simple explanation. And Discord actually stores their roles as number, so I mean permissions, they store all permissions as a number, single number, I believe. Yeah, it would have been a lot harder without TypeScript. A lot harder. That's why I actually didn't like JavaScript to begin with when I was working with C#. Oh. But yeah. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in an application. For a small application, it's JavaScript, but for this, it would be TypeScript. Okay. Roles dot has permission, and then we enter the member and permission. I actually haven't implemented all the roles yet, only the send messages. There's a few ones to do. We'll do it as we add features. Bit fields are amazing. Yep. I only discovered them like not too long ago. A few months ago. If I made an Instagram clone, should I use TS, JS, or Python? It depends. It depends how much of an Instagram clone. Like a full clone, I'd probably use TypeScript. Or Python. It depends whether you like Python or not. It's up to you. But I would use TypeScript if I was doing it. Oh, 06, 10, 21 is 703 in the future. Hold on. Is it? Have I got the date wrong? Wait, I've actually got the date wrong. Did I get the date wrong last stream? Because I think I copied it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a bug. DGS v13 when you use bit fields. Now something with Discord is, I'm gonna demonstrate something. Now Discord have added something, like they've added this. I think Discord.js is actually gonna add something to interact with this. So you could have like, I think what they're gonna do is add bot commands for this, for the help. That's my idea, but that's what I think. Because they added this integrated command help thing. So, if roles has permission, I mean, we can just use that. Then, next, otherwise, and we're going to return this. What are we going to do? It's like a tutorial. Hello, KIJ. Now, is it unauthorized or forbidden? If they don't have permissions, I think it's unauthorized. If it's forbidden, I think it's someone else's property. But unauthorized, they're not logged in. But they don't have permission in this case. You have to use the raw API. Okay. Has anyone actually added this? No one's added it in here. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't think so. No. You probably could, but I don't think they've added it. Can you make tutorials on building a Windows app? What kind of Windows app? I can do Windows Forms. It's very old, but I can do this. It looks like this, basically. It's like the Windows 7 version of the UI. The IDs, so the point of the ID is this ID right here is a number ID on Discord. Let me open the docs. We'll get there. Basically what I'm trying to say is, let's steal Discord's snowflakes. Now the special thing with these IDs, a Discord ID is in like 18 digits. Now they can be converted to a date time, and that's pretty cool. Basically what that means, let me do like an MS Paint demonstration. Okay. So we have we have a channel ID, channel.id. So let's say we want to get messages. We have a channel ID and we have a created app. Now what Discord does is they actually have an index using Cassandra, which is their database that they switched to from MongoDB. So they index both of these at the same time, and they get the most recent messages. So the most recent messages take a shorter amount of time to retrieve, as they are higher up in the index, I believe. And both of these fields are used to get them. And without an index, it would take very long. It would have to scan through every message in the database, pretty much. And with an index, it only scans a few. Now, scanning 2 fields is less efficient than scanning 1 field. So if we have a channel.id, it can be converted to a created app, which is pretty efficient. So basically, here, this is the time when the channel was created. When we generate a Snowflake, which is this, it converts to this date. And we can just use that instead, and it's much quicker. And basically, the greater the ID, so we can sort the messages by their ID in a channel. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the newer messages, we have to scan less documents in the database to actually retrieve them. It's like a performance optimization when you have as many Discord users as Discord currently has. Discord has a lot of users. And 2FA. I've never actually used 2FA, but I like the idea. I'll look into it. Okay, hopefully that explanation wasn't too bad. Okay, desktop. Yeah. Are you planning to add OAuth? Does that mean for inviting a bot? Or just like log in with decline or something? Okay. I guess it's more of a feature if decline does well. There's a lot of features I can add. There's so many. But we want to start off with something that's pretty simple and then work our way up if we know that it's doing well. So the Discord Epoch, let me just do this, because this is on the to-do list. Let me just write this down. I haven't actually tested the ready event. Okay, just don't bully me for that. Been distracted so many times. Okay, so this is the Discord epoch, which means when Discord was created as a timestamp. But it's in 2015 because they round it down to 2015 when Discord was released. And we're going to use 2020, an infamous year. But we're still going to use it anyway. This is the declone Epoch because it was made in 2020, which follows the same kind of theme. I could name declone something else eventually. I think declone is just, hey, we copied you, Discord, look at us. I think it says that to Discord. I think we could rename it at some point. And then it would have its own kind of brand, which would be pretty cool. Inviting a bot. Basically, at the minute, you just press a button in the app and it just adds it to the server. So I can demonstrate that in a minute. Actually, when I fix the guilds, you'd have to remind me, but yeah. So, declone Epoch, or Epo, or however you say it. So now, new date, dot, get time, minus declone Epo. Okay, I'm being an idiot. Get generating Snowflake from timestamp. Okay. You know bitwise operators, I know a bit of it. Oh, yeah, sorry. Have you ever clicked out something? Don't know what that says. I mean, yeah, I might name it something else eventually. For now, it's just for YouTube clicks. And I don't want Discord to be upset. I don't think they can sue me, but I don't think they'll be very... If it does well, that is, which I doubt it will. Okay. New date dot get time, get timestamp. Doesn't look like a Snowflake ID. Hello. What? Oh, that's a Linux command. Date.now, that's the one. Seems to give a random number. Maybe number of milliseconds since the epoch. So this is binary. Okay. Yes, Adam. It's the same as get time though. Maybe. Yeah, that's the milliseconds. Thank you, V. I think we'll go with that. I think they're both the same though. But there's some randomness to this. No, it's based on time. It's not really random. IDs aren't random. Currently with our IDs, they mean nothing. Because there's a random number in there. Incremented means basically you create a message at the same time as creating a channel. Sorry, you create a guild, and you create a channel at the same time in the same function. Let's say this one ends in 123. This one's going to end in 124 because it gets incremented. One gets incremented onto it. To stop these IDs from being duplicate. Okay. So, let's do that. I think we can actually derive this number on the end a bit and make it a bit random, because incrementing on that process, it doesn't really matter. I mean, on that process, I think that means storing that in the application. We could also do that. Okay, by 0 wolf. Okay. So 58, I think. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think the process ID really matters. We can always add it. PID, process ID. Is this built into Node.js? Maybe. Worker.id. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the process ID and this is the worker ID. We could add it, because why not? But yeah. You need to prefix the number with db, 0b. Yep. So what this left shift does, I think it just removes all these numbers here and just gets the number of milliseconds. I think this could have done a good job of explaining this. So it just gets rid of, it keeps the green stuff basically. And then the rest we'll just add that as binary. Okay, so this is MS, I guess. Since okay, so process.pid. So in this case, the worker ID is actually 1, I believe. If we separate this into its own number, the internal process ID is 0. I think it's like ms since bitwise operators. I think I've forgotten, to be honest. To binary. A triple shift. I don't think plus adding it on would be very helpful. So I think we convert it to binary and then work our way down and then convert it into a timestamp. Okay, so I'm actually going to test this via this. So it's easier. So let's just assume PID, process ID is 1. Or 0B, no, just 1. And then the worker ID is WID 0, oh no, 1, 0, 1. Like that. And then we return up. We generate that. Returns nothing. So if I just do this, I expect nothing of use to happen. So we want to convert it to binary first. So decimal. I think this does the trick. Ah, there we go. And I expect this to be 50, no. 42 in length. Or 41 or 40. Oh no. It needs to be, the entire number needs to be 64. This part needs to be 42. How do I install Node Canvas? I believe you have to have a specific version of Node.js. Node.js v12 installs. Node Canvas is probably the hardest package to install. I could not install it on my Raspberry Pi. I had to remove XP cards from FreePG because Canvas would not install. I don't think that... Nope, there's no XP cards. There we go. So, I'm not entirely sure. You have to have a specific Node version though. I was using the latest Node version. Node version 14. It did not work. You can do int var toString. Okay. toString 2. Yep. Thank you. I'll try that. I guess we can just do this, to be honest. So if we want to put zeros at the start, I believe we can just do this. Pad start. So max length 42. Add in a 0. And there we go. Okay, and then the incrementation is by default it's just 0. I don't know if this is valid syntax at the minute, but we'll see. So each one of these, I'll reach out in a minute. So we need a pad start 0 at 5, maximum 5, and 0. That's how Discord is doing it. And then 12 for this one. And then 42 for this one. And how long is it? It should be 64. Oh, hold on. Okay, I missed the last part. There we go, 64. Okay. How did you do that with 1PG? Wait. I'm not sure if 1PG has XP cards at the minute. It might do. It shouldn't have though. Otherwise 3PG would be able to have that. Or maybe I installed it on a different Node.js version. I don't know. Incrementation. We don't really care about incrementing a number. We can just have a random number. So a random number from 0. I don't think this is gonna work. To 10. Okay. Cool. Okay, we'll make this a random variable. Now, there is a chance the snowflake already exists. Maybe we could store it temporarily in memory for like 10 seconds. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Could make it a class, but then that's just too much work. So we'll just do const snowflakes, recent snowflakes. And then when we do this, when we generate one, we create one. And then we can set a timeout to recent snowflakes dot reduce shift. There we go. So only the most recent ones remain. There we go. I mean, let's say if hundreds of people are generating ideas per second, which is unlikely that we have that many users, but it's possible, then we don't want to do this every time 100 times a second. We can do it every second, because every second this number changes. A number in here changes. Which one is it? Yeah, I guess this number changes every second. Yeah. Or we could just store one snowflake. Every time we generate a snowflake, we check. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So, last snowflake. So if someone generates a snowflake this second, the same millisecond that we do, then what we do is we add one on. We're gonna add one to it. So if snowflake, let me move this down. So this is very unlikely. Actually, it isn't very unlikely. Hold on. So if we're generating a snowflake here and then generating that, I think that's going to be in the same millisecond. So, and we're doing that in quite a few places. So I think this is the way to go. So if the last snowflake equals the current snowflake, then, and we set snowflake there, and then we're going to set the last snowflake to be the new snowflake. Then we are going to set the snowflake to, we're just going to add 1 to this binary unit. Okay, now. Hold on, I'll read chat in a minute. I think I can just like add 1 like this. There we go. Okay, we don't need random anymore. Okay, so we don't do it like that. Incrementation. So we can just add 1 to the incrementation. So plus plus. There we go. So equals 0 by default. I'll reorganize it. New incrementation. Hold on. Okay, let me just do it this way. So the incrementation, when I can spell, is 0 by default. Okay, let me read stream chat a second. Is this what you mean by Snowflake? They're just unique IDs, basically, based on a number. And a snowflake can be converted to a date. Okay. This number right here can be converted to a date. That's what we're trying to reproduce here. Isn't there a chance of 2 people creating an account at the same time in the same millisecond? Extremely unlikely, but yeah, it's possible. I think the API would handle, I don't know. I don't think the API would handle the same route at the same time. I think it would wait for one user to sign up, then go on to the next, but still, we need to have incrementation here. Hold on. And I'm also being an idiot right now, so sorry about that. So if the snowflake is identical, then we add one to it, and then reset the snowflake. Else, we just set it to 0. Else do nothing. Actually, if it's the first snowflake ID generated this millisecond, then we just set it to 0. I think that should return the snowflake. Okay, cool. I want to actually test this though. It would be dumb to not test it after all of that. Okay, so before each, we're actually going to make a... This should be pretty easy to test. Okay, we don't even need a before each. Do you check for existing ID when creating accounts? Yes. When one ID is created, it's actually stored here, and then it's incremented if another account is created within the same millisecond. this happens on Discord, where you create a guild, and when you create a guild, it actually creates the channels at the same time, the everyone role, and there's a chance that the IDs might be duplicate. That's why they have this incrementation system. Okay. Millisend. Millisecond. And same MS, that will do. Two IDs in same MS. Incrementation. Increase by 1. We don't actually check this, we're going to use the Snowflake and use binary. Okay. Yeah, my spelling is bad when my mic's in this position, just as a warning. Sorry about that. If there's an error, there shouldn't be an error with this function. That's why we're testing it, to stop the bugs. Okay, Snowflake. It's a huge 60 bar, I don't know why I said bar, 64-bit binary number. Just a bunch of ones and zeros. Like this. So when we generate two at once, we're going to do this one first. So 2 snowflakes. And now we want this number only. I think we binary right shift this. Okay, so it's this way, and we want, currently it's 0, let's put it as 1, so we want 0, 12 digits, and we want 0, 1, this part. Hold on. Okay, I think this is wrong, by the way, this method. There we go, that's better. Just slice the string. Okay, I guess that works. That's a good idea, actually. So we just slice off. Hold on, what is this as a number? So 52, no. 12, 0. Number. So we have to push. left shift, I'm being an idiot. I think it's 42, 0, but that's if we're shifting it. We don't have to do that. We can just slice it. So in this case, this is 0 here, and this is 64. So we would go up to 64 minus 12, which is 52, I think. Yep. However, the last one is exclusive. 0.52. We want to start at 52, and then we want to go up to the max. So this is what we do. There we go. And then because there's no incrementation, we get 0, the zeros. Now we get 0, 1. This should be 12. Okay, good. Thank you, E. Tips on getting your bot into lots of servers. Yep. If you go to top.gg, this is the only way I managed to do it. Get your bot get your bot approved. When your bot has recently been approved, what you do is you get it on trending. And how you do that is you get people to vote for it. You don't need too many votes. You can even have like 4 people voting a day and it would still probably work. And you get on this and you get hundreds of servers per day if you do it correctly. That's how 2PG got went from 200 to 900 servers. It's now at 800. What? Have I not set the client ID? Hold on. Oh, I need to fix that. Okay. I think it's because I updated it and changed bot ID to client ID. Okay. But now we can test it. The first test of the day. Oh my days. I don't know how this is the first test of the day. Okay, so incrementation 2. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, so we need OB on the end. Also generate Snowflake. We want this to not actually be in binary. the binary is then converted back into the Snowflake. So we can just slice the last number, the end. Hold on. We use Snowflake 1 and Snowflake 2. And then we can do slice Snowflake 1.length or something. And then call this 1 and 2. And that should get the incrementation. Because the incrementation should be only one number greater than it. Only one digit. So, yeah. Yeah. Snowflake 1 minus Snowflake 2. 2. And then we slice. We need to slice 18, sorry, because it's 18 in length. And then we convert this to a number, so pass int. We'll call it INC because incrementation is a very big number. I think I'm like going too scientific on the snowflakes, but hopefully it pays off. I want to get them right. We can test with 3 as well. Three minus 2 minus 1 is 0. 3 ideas. And then we can stop there. And then we've done enough. How do you know how many servers your bot is in? When you add a bot to a server, it tells you how many bots your server is in. We have a circular dependency here. Uh-oh. What is it? Is it this? Might be. Nope. Oh. That's what's causing the problem. Okay, so I can just do this to fix it. We don't actually need the client bot. Hold on. Okay, what's going on here? So, users is dependent on system bot. System bot is dependent on users. Uh-oh. Hold on. Yeah, the incrementation would stay at 0. It's very unlikely for this to increase and this to be called. And we also want to convert this binary number to a number. And I think it's called a big int in JavaScript. I think it's called that in SQL. Okay, so when we put OB, it actually recognizes it's a binary number. And now it is 18 in length, like a Discord ID should be. This is very complex for generating an ID. Okay. Now, this circular dependency here is a bit dumb. This.bot.self, we should just really have that in here, be able to get that within this users method or class. So we can put this should be in users, probably. Get system user. So this is a one-off user called the system user. Okay. Let me put OB here, 0B. We can actually do incrementation plus incrementation, save code, And then we can actually use ternary here. Yeah. And now we can type npm test. Is the system user that? Yeah. So it's basically the user that complains when you leak a token on GitHub. Just the Clyde basically. This user here. It's that one. Okay, Snowflake entity 13. Cannot read ID of undefined. Okay. If there is none, we'll just go with 0. I'll be completely honest, I don't know what a cluster worker is. We're just copying Discord. I know what a process ID is, but I don't know what a worker ID is. Does Discord scan GitHub to find token? Yes, they do. I could demonstrate that. I don't know if it's against a TOS. But basically, they know in a token it stores the user ID in a bot token, so they know what bot. So based on that token, they know which bot user it is, and they reset it. And we have a similar ID with our app. Okay, so this is the key/token. Synonymous words. And it stores the user ID, although these IDs are out of date. Okay, we're actually going to return the snowflake as a number. And then we're going to convert it to a string. So binary to a number, denary to a string. So denary just means base 10, just normal 1, 2, 3, just normal numbers. Binary means 0, 1, 0, 1. Yep. It's not against TOS. I mean, it's more of an accident. I didn't see why it would be. I've done it in... I must have done it in one of 2 tutorials. Okay. Hold on. Cannot read ID. Okay. So these voice channel things. Okay, I've messed up the keys. That's what I've done. So this everything's dependent on this. Otherwise all these tests will fail. So something is wrong with the Snowflake. Let's just individually test them. Okay, NAN, that's what I'm getting. Is this an NAN? It's not logging anything. Oh, NAN. So this must be returning NAN. Okay, so here, I actually messed up something. I mean, it's pretty late at the minute. I would usually end the stream here. I'm gonna finish the Snowflake first, though. Okay, so you may see that there's a 2 in binary. What is going on? Okay, so I'm actually doing this part here. Pad start 42, there we go. And we're missing the increment part. So, we don't actually want to... Hold on. So we don't actually want a +1 because it's a binary number, it's supposed to be in binary. So you want to convert this to binary. So we would do it like that. Let me do this. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we can do it this way. Incrementation, toString2, convert to binary. Then we can pad start 12. So this incrementation is actually this part of the number, 12, 5, 5, 42, 12. There we go. Oh. Well, that's one way to do it. Oh, now we're getting tests. Okay. Cool. Zero to equal 1. I don't know if these are generating in the same millisecond. I think we can just do that. There we go. Okay. It takes at least 1 millisecond to generate the first ID. Okay. So let's... So this test is actually insane. These incrementations are all 0. 0 minus 0 minus 0 equals 0. Okay. Incremented for every generated ID on that process. That's on that process. So I want to log the process ID real quick. I think it's the same. Okay. So, I think process ID just refers to this process. Okay, first of all, let me apologize. I know we spent lots of time on this, Snowflake. I think after 9 PM, I should just stop streaming, regardless. Because this is what happens. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to finish this while not streaming. Probably tomorrow, or the day after. I don't know when. Yeah. I'm assuming Discord has multiple, like, processes. If one goes down, they've got another one. But for my Raspberry Pi, it's not going to have that level of architecture. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you, E. Thank you, Cinnamon Rolls. Thank you, everyone in chat. Hopefully, the end wasn't too painful. I don't know why my brain just shuts off at this time. But it does. So, thank you for watching. And hopefully, see you next time. Hopefully that's on Saturday. I'm not sure, but see you then.